Hello, everybody. How's it going? Um, it's been a little bit since we have done these types of streams, of course, Lightning Lounge. But yeah, I was on a little vacation on a long weekend, but here we are. We are finally back in business. Actually, from special ed teacher, in lesson now. But I'm excited. I'm going to try to do this for a little bit before I shift more towards gear on the aspect of which of of special education. But yeah, so we're back in the world of the Canadian Football League. Yeah, so we are back to the Canadian Football League. And again, we're going up against 8 teams. Oh, first off, new decor. I mean, I have this flag in my room. I just haven't thought of having this in the background, which I think is freaking cool to have in the background. Of course, garage, and of course, the setup is the same. So I felt like it needs a lot more personnel when it comes to these types of decorations. So, anyways, like I said, we are back in the world of the Canadian Football League. So we are back with round 2. I repeat, we're back in round 2. That's funny. My girlfriend just went to Food Lion and she said that the Food Lion I had in my house has self checkouts, but the one year her house doesn't. And I think that is funny. But yeah, and also there has but yeah, so the last time we saw the Calgary Stampeders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers going up against each other, it was a bloodbath, like in favor of the Stampeders as they won over Winnipeg, deliver them their first and only loss currently, 37-16, and 31-16, and the Atlanta Braves 6-0 over the Yankees. Hot damn! I can be double dog damned. As forgot the character's name from the Hateful Eight said. But yeah, so Winnipeg, they're 3-1. But what you're looking at, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Let's just I'm actually gonna pull this out so like we can look at it. So CFL standings, of course. Let's see. I'm just going to go into the edit mode. Oh, I forgot to do this. Oops. And then just poker. I do want to play a little bit of poker, in the future, but don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah. So if we look at the standings, I'm gonna go over to TSN's website. Like the West standings is very competitive, very very competitive. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna zoom it in. Go ahead and zoom in. All right. So Calgary's in first, 4-1. In their Saskatchewan, they have the same record as Calgary, 4-1. But there's Winnipeg. This is week 7. It looks like Winnipeg has took an extra bye week. I don't know how the bye weeks are structured in the Canadian Football League, but Hey, the more I watch it, the more I learn, right? But it's mainly a fight for first place because regardless, I mean, of course, it can end with a tie. It can end with a tie, so, in a way. But if there was no tie, one of these teams will lose, and the loser will be in third. They will be behind Saskatchewan, no matter what happens if one of these teams lose. But mainly, if Winnipeg does take the win, they will be tied with Saskatchewan. But if Calgary wins, for at the moment, they will take the W and take the lead in the West Division over Saskatchewan. And speaking of Saskatchewan, tomorrow I will be streaming the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the team that is currently in fourth place of the British Columbia Alliance. So I will be streaming that game tomorrow. I believe the start time at 7 p.m. So I'll do 6:55 p.m. Eastern time. So that is mainly what is at stake here. It's another crucial game between both teams. The Stampeders have a crucial tiebreaker, and if they really want to get that tiebreaker over Winnipeg, they got to win. They got to win. They have got to win. Winnipeg and Calgary, both teams, one loss. There's a big matchup in our hands. Does Winnipeg have what it takes to take revenge on Calgary? Because Vernon Adams, he went out, and the defense went out too. Like the wide receivers, Dominic Grimes, Jalen Philpott, and Quincy Vaughn when needed on fourth down conversions. He was big. He was definitely big on those fourth down conversions. And of course, Vernon Adams, the former quarterback of the Oregon Ducks, he was just slinging. That's what he did. He was slinging alongside with a Dedrick Mills rushing attack. Like, it was just too much for Winnipeg. And the quarterback, and for the quarterback in that case, which was Zach Caleros last time, he struggled. He was definitely struggled. Hey, Base Talk Bud, how you doing, my man? You're chatting from northern Montana. Really? What you doing up there? What you doing up in Montana? Are you looking at the dinosaur fossils like with Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler? Is that what we doing here? Oh yeah. I also got this in the mail. It feels great. It feels fantastic to be wearing that. It feels fantastic, and that's a lot. And that is a lot of blue. And the Mets are losing to the Reds. I love that. Braves are leading in the bottom fourth, 6-0. Don't choke it, please. And your Orioles are losing 5-0. That's expected. And baseball is back as we know it, and we love it. It's back as we love it. Winnipeg won 12 Grey Cups. Interesting. But anyways, let me put up the chat. I forgot to ask the question. Who is winning? Is it Stampeders that are 4-1? Or is it Blue Bombers that are 3-1? Go ahead and take your pick. Who is winning? Do you have Calgary? Or do you have Calgary or do you have Winnipeg for tonight? Like it's a player night. It's like a famous player. Again, I don't know much. All I know is that I just watch football and I just give you my horrible takes on what to do on the field. That's just all I do. Okay, come on now. I am like 45 minutes from the U.S.-Canada border. Then you must be on the what? Then that means you must be up on the western side. Like maybe if you do have a pass for a sneak across and catch yourself a Canadian Football League game if you want to. And now they're doing the Canadian national anthem. But yeah, so if you're not aware of what happened in the last 2 weeks, I'm going to say it again just in case if you guys are just joining in. The couple weeks ago, week 5, between these two teams, the Stampeders stampeded the Blue Bombers 37-16. Zach Calero struggled big time against the Stampeder defense, and the offense, Stampeders are just going skyrocket. And there's Ferdinand right there. It's a beautiful day out in Winnipeg. But would it be a beautiful day for them if they get this revenge? If they can cash in their revenge over the... Let me just fix this real quick. Just trying... There we go. Okay, that ain't gonna work, Chief. Damn it. There we go. That's how we do it. There we go. That's how we do it. Alrighty. Looks like somebody has voted for the Stampeders. I don't blame you. I am on Montana for a few reasons. Mainly to help to clean up my grandmother's house. She moved in back us in Vegas after my grandfather passed away last year. Man. That's unfortunate. You know what? If I'm being honest with you, man, like I think my grandmother as well is kind of going through the same situation. If you know that my grandfather passed in January of last year, and my grandmother she's just so like fuddled and discombobulated with like all the finances that she has to go through, because like what she's doing is obviously not making enough. Is like even like the Social Security check is not enough, because now like she's getting my grandfather's security check. So in the future, like her and my uncle, who is also living there, are planning to come visit with me and my parents. But I'm trying to move out when I can, once I save up and such. But no, man, I understand that it's a terrible process to go. It's a terrible process to go through, and I hope that your grandmother is doing well with the process of grief, man. Like, I'm sorry for you, man. And I just hope that you guys are having yourself a good day. But grandparents built the house 40 years ago, so there's just so much family history. That's the thing too. It's like my grandparents lived in that house for so long. Like they lived there before even I was born. So that is just a lot of history, and that's just what it is. Dang, it is a beautiful day of Winnipeg. Dang. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. I think I have something real quick. Because I think I found that magnet that I used to determine possession. I think it was... Let me see. No, I don't think I did. Oh, damn it. Thought I did. I'm an idiot. Thought I did. But anyways, week 7, we're almost halfway through the Canadian Football League season. But Dave Dickinson 4-1, 2-0 on the road. He has yet to lose on the road, but now he is on the road against Winnipeg. So will he improve himself to 3-0 and in a packed crowd of Winnipeg? And it looks like Winnipeg will be getting the ball first. So just try to figure out how am I going to do this. Okay, so Winnipeg will be getting the ball first. And Calgary is setting up to kick the ball away from their own 30. And then a battle for first place is now officially underway. Friday Night Football between Calgary Stampeders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He's taking it from this 24. He's going to run towards the right side. And he is shimmy shaking tackles, and he will be tackled on their own 40-yard line. So now here comes Zach Collaros, who, if you recall from week 5 against Calgary, he struggled. He definitely had his struggle against the Stampeders, which is probably the worst loss that probably the worst performance he will be taking this season. He has an 85-48 career record, which is nice. And now he's going to try his best to skyrocket his win-loss record by taking revenge on Stampeders. First down to 10. He's going to hand this one off. And he is going to get tackled at the 49-yard line, so a 9-yard gain. And that was Brady Oliveira with the carry on the play. And he was running with the ball as well. Like him and Dedrick Mills last week were runners. They play crucial parts of driving the ball downfield. But of course, Dedrick Mills had a much better performance right there. So now they're just 1 yard away from the first down. So hopefully they don't get a 2-and-out here. Under center, single back formation, and they're going to QB sneak it. And looks like that will be a first down as he crossed the 50. So the drive will extend for Winnipeg for first down and 10. So so far it's just nothing but rushing, as they found out that rushing was a big step towards their run game, was a big step of trying to win over the Stampeders, and they're going to try to do that again because the passing was on the down slope against the Stampeders. So shotgun, receivers running up. Collaros is going to throw left sideline, and he does find a man at the 53 in Stampeder territory. And this thing that was Corcoran. I think that was Joey Corcoran with the catch, and he will only gain probably just about 7 yards on the play. Did you hear about the controversial UF news? Are you talking about the layoffs, right? Are you talking about the employee layoffs, like the constant layoffs? 22 degrees Celsius, and that's the nice weather. And Brady Oliveira is going to try to run up left hash, and he will not get the first down, so that will be third down. Yeah, UFL has always just been skimmish. Because again, the problem with the UFL is just there's no local marketing strategy. Like TV ratings can be okay at times, but in-game marketing, no. It looks like Winnipeg's going for it. Third and 32 according to the graphic, but it's Chris Traveler sneaking it in, and it does look like he may get the first down. It may look like he got a first down. Chris Traveler was a former quarterback of the New York Jets. He was a quarterback of the Jets, but I thought it was supposed to be like I thought it was like 3rd and 2, but it was 3rd and 32. That was a weird looking graphic by TSN. Because every game is televised on TSN. CBS Sports Network is probably the only way you can watch it in America, I would think. But Hey, whatever it takes, I'll take it. But anyways, first down 10 for the 34. He's going to throw a screen, and he makes a move, and he makes the Stampeder slip out of his shoes. He gets past the 30, and that is Jarrett Stearns with a catch and run on the left sideline. Home cooking. So Zach Laros, according to the graphic now, he's 34-5 at home, which is outstanding. So now you're looking for 2nd and 3 from the 22-yard line. Galera is going to take it back, dropping it back, and he is going to get sacked big time by Brown. I want to look up who specifically Brown are they referring to. That is Miles Brown with the sack. So 1 sack. That is sack number 1 of the day for the Stampeders. And they just converted, and they're going to force the Blue Bombers to kick a field goal, I would think. Which I believe from back there, I want to see where he gets that. He just went a little backwards. Yeah, that's on the 38-yard line. You're looking at a 46-yard field goal here. Then the kick is up. And then it goes through the uprights, and now the kick is good. So Blue Bombers will take the lead over the Stampeders from the moment. But now the bigger question is, does the Stampeders answer back? Do they have what it takes to answer back? Can they get a touchdown? Something that the Blue Bombers will do. As right now, they're going to go to commercial break. But it was all right. Just for commercial break, there's something I want to talk about. It's the Jets. I don't want to be overly optimistic because it's the Jets, right? But I am happy that we signed Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. That having that taken action tells me, okay, the 2022 NFL draft of the Jets was a huge success. You could just put a stamp and it's successful. It was good. Like Sauce Gardner playing a corner. It's so funny because like everybody is complaining about like, oh, he only had 3 interceptions of his career. I'm like, hey, dude, if he's preventing receivers for not getting the ball, there you go. And also guess what? The only reason why like Sauce Gardner, like the Jets are losing because you know what they do? It's the same reason why with Darrelle Revis. And the Patriots did that nicely. Just don't throw it near him. Do not throw it in his direction. Even if it's your best receiver, you don't throw it in Revis or Gardner's direction. That's the whole story with Sauce Gardner and Darrelle Revis. You know? That's the whole story. Don't throw it near. And Garrett Wilson, he's a very consistent receiver. I do agree. Like Garrett Wilson is underrated. Like he is putting up 1,000-yard seasons. He is shifty, and he's just a really good player. And the Stampeders, and he drops it. Damn. That was Dominique Rhymes. That was the intended target. He had his hands on the ball that was going very low, but that did not happen. So, but now you're looking at 2nd down and 10 for the Stampeders, and Brandon Adams will need to find a receiver right away. Ooh, 6-2. Good job, Cincinnati. Beat the Mets, please. Brandon Adams. He's going left side with a bullet pass, and he got his man. And that is Dominique Rhymes with the catch. He will be pushed out of bounds, and that is a huge first down. A huge first down for the Stampeders. Ow, sorry. and he just ran a little fade route, and then he just cut the corner like a deep out route, and will be pushed down. I think that's to the Winnipeg 50. Get it to the Winnipeg 51. You got the receivers are going to run up, and Vernon Adams will take the snap, and he's going to throw deep left side again. What a catch! And he will be pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line, and that is Jalen Philbot with a catch. So back-to-back plays, just beautiful dots to Rhymes that Philpott on back-to-back plays, and they're not just screens, they're just actual deep throws. Dude, that's the beauty about Vernon Adams. Having the ability to throwing a rainbow, it's amazing. Trust me, I'm an Oregon fan, and he was at Oregon. And then here comes the running back. This is Dedrick Mills, and he was doing well, and he just picked up a huge one to the 21-yard line, so they're just right outside the red zone. And Dedrick Mills had a good performance 2 weeks ago against Winnipeg. And he is trying to see if he can replicate his performance from 2 weeks ago. And he just found a hole, and the hole got smaller, but he saw even a bigger gap on the right side, and the Stampeders were just holding up the block. Beautiful. That's beautiful. 80-plus rushing yards in 3 straight games. He is on the tear. He's going to go for 80 more. He's going to keep looking for 80. Play action, and he's going to the left side, and what a catch. And that was Tevin Judds, but there is a penalty flag on the play, so we might not. So that could be going back. It may not. We'll just have to wait. And that just got made worse. Roughing the passer on the Winnipeg, so that will extend the drive. Way inside the 10, way inside the 5. How did I get my username? My great grandfather, he used to be a cross country runner or a track star. He ran track, and he got the nickname Lightning. So I just inherited that nickname, and I just put Junior on it because I also did cross country and track. And here comes Quincy, and he's going to go for a sneak. Does he get there? Who knows? That was Quincy Vaughn, and they're going to say he's short, so that's a stop right there. And Calgary may do that again. You may think having the linemen being separated 1 yard from each other will make a difference, but they stopped the momentum, and they're going to go for it again, you would think. They're going to go for it again. This time, Quincy Vaughn's a shotgun, and now he's going to go run up center. They're going to do this again. And he's going to run through it again. This time, he is in. That is touchdown for Calgary. And there's a penalty flag on the play after the play, so that could be affected during the kickoff or the field goal. But we shall see. It was after the play, so the touchdown will stand. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be on Quincy because he shoved his helmet down. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. Damn. So he got up after he did a quarterback sneak for a touchdown, and then he shoved a Winnipeg player's helmet down, and that's how he got that penalty. That was not good, and I think that's one more unsportsmanlike for Quincy Vaughn. He might be ejected. It might be different for Canadian, but hey. And the extra point is up, and that is definitely good. So now it is a 7-3 contest already, and we're still in the first quarter. So there you go. So already we have a much hopefully better game in the Canadian Football League as of whatever that 37-16 game was last time. But let's see. Alrighty. So Stampeders did what they did. Their offense never stopped. Offense never stopped. They just kept rolling and rolling until they finally got the end zone. But the real question is, does Winnipeg have what it takes to score a touchdown? Because it took them a while. It took them deep into the second half to finally score touchdowns, which was way too late. But for the game that really didn't matter for Winnipeg at the time that it didn't matter, they decided, okay, now we should score. Which is way too late for you, Bubby. But let's see here. Okay. I have like Easter Rock on my other monitor. I have one window that is just the Calgary roster, and I have the other window that is just Winnipeg, because like again, like I would not know some of these players except for like the top of my head, except for Vernon Adams, because go Ducks, Oregon. But yeah, it's like other than that, who are the? Do I know these people? And of course, like Chris Streveler, he used to be quarterback. He was backup for the Jets. But yeah, 7-3. Yep. So 7-3. Stampeders. We have about 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and Winnipeg is going to get the ball back. 6:51. Yes, so 7 minutes actually. Correction. And they're gonna, and because of the sportsmanlike conduct penalty, they're going to be kicking it from their own 15. So no rude possibility will happen. Return man will take it from the 30. He's going on the left side from his point of view. He will get stopped around still pushing. He's going to be stopped around probably the 55, 54-yard line. And Winnipeg will take it from there. Hey, kitty. What's up, bud? But what states have you been to? I think I've been under 20, but one of them was like moving across the country. But like moving across the country, like but because I don't know, I'm a person, I don't like giving like my personal information away. I'm just trying to stay as a little confident as I can, like confidential as I can. But I've been to so I've been to Texas, but I've never been to like Dallas. I only went through Amarillo. So I got space. I'll tell you a story. That's actually some states I went to, but we only been there for like one day. But we stayed at a hotel in Little Rock, Arkansas, right? That was actually the day that one of these two big teeth came out. And like I was like, oh, I lost my teeth. And then we were driving to our next destination as we were moving from one coast to the other. So that's a whole story. So we moved from Quantico, Virginia to San Diego, California. And one of the stops we made, we went to Little Rock, Arkansas. And then our next stop is Amarillo, Texas, like the top part of Texas. But the funny part was Like, my mom has, like, this whole thing of makeup. Hey, kitty. I'm afraid you can't be up there, buddy. Like, what's funny about this, she has this whole thing of makeup, right? She has this whole box of makeup. By the time we get to Oklahoma, my mom realized that she forgot this whole thing of makeup in the hotel back in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we were we were in Oklahoma, and my dad was like, well, too late. That's long gone now. And that was really unfortunate on my mom's behalf. Right now. So that's the story. But I never been out the country. 2nd and 6 for Winnipeg from the Calgary 50. Bounces off to Oliveria. Tries to get outside, but he will get nothing out of that. So that's a quick 2 and out for Winnipeg. Very defensive performance, capitalizing despite had to kick 15 yards deeper because of that unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, and Brandon Ayuk and Ricky Pearsall of the 49ers is on the PUP list. So since he's on the PUP list, I believe he will not play in the first 4 games of the regular season, I think. I think that's how it works. So this is a long field goal from the 58, and that's good. What a freaking kicker. Oh, my goodness. What a leg that guy has. That's a nice kick. 7-6. I mean, it's 2 field goals, but that was an impressive kick. That was an impressive kick, wasn't it, Kitty? Wasn't that an impressive kick? Yeah, I think it was an impressive kick, too. But yeah, what's it? So it's July. So it is July. So as of July 23rd approaches, so like if we're on that day, we are officially a month away from college football glory. I've been wanting college football back for so long. I love the sport. Oh my goodness. I just want college football back. The traditions, the atmosphere is what makes football come back to life. The NFL, yes, it has they have the gameplay, great players. But for college football, it's the atmosphere and traditions that make it come to life. They make football come to life. That is something I prefer over the NFL at times. So now Calgary will have the ball for the second time. Hopefully there will be no unnecessary roughness again. I hope there's not going to be another one. They're just going over the previous drive of Calgary, how they're just dissecting the defense, or dicing the defense up like you're dicing onions, which that's pretty much what Vernon Adams did. So they're going to be after that field goal, they're at their own 40, and a mishandle at the snap, and Vernon Adams had to take a 6-yard loss to the 34, and Winnipeg will definitely take that. And 2nd and 16 will come out after a miss snap of the Stampeders from the center. And that was Brown. That was the one that got that will be credited with the sack. So if you wanted to play but so yeah. That was Brown with the sack. So 2nd and 15. Vernon Adams dropping back. He's going to go right side deep, and he does get the sticks, and that is just enough for the first down, and that is Jalen Philpott with the 15-yard catch and snagging the first down. So Winnipeg had an advantage, and they just squandered it. They just don't know how to cover the receivers. Like right now, Vernon Adams, he's just slicing and dicing. Like he's at target practice. So 4 minutes left of the first from the Calgary 51. He's gonna hand it off to Mills. Mills trying to bounce off, but he will get stopped at the 1. The only state I've ever been is Nevada, home state, California, Oregon once, Washington, one quick spot in Spokane, and Idaho, just to travel into Montana to be continued. Okay, I see. So you have to like type in more. I did went to the Grand Canyon before. The Grand Canyon was absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful. It is neck down 9. The crowd is getting rowdy. Adams dropping back. He's going deep left side. He's got a man wide open. Dominic Rhines. Does he get it? He's not touched. They have not touched him, but they will say that he will be spotted back near the 10. Everybody's moving up for sure, but what's the whistle blown? I'm not sure. It looked like the ball did move from Dominic's hands. It may. And it looks like the head coach of Winnipeg will challenge. That's a questionable catch. I saw the ball move from Rhymes' hands when he was catching it. And that's it. And that's exactly what they're doing. They are challenging. Ooh, Wyoming, South Dakota, Arizona, and Florida. Ooh. Arizona? You remind me of them Home Alone, too. But look at that. The Stacers just down. Dominic just ran past all 4 defensive backs. Like he just ran past all 4 defensive backs that were in the defensive players in the backfield. But let's look at the ball. Was it moving? Oh, that's incomplete. That ball was moving. It touched the ground. It was touching the ground, and it wasn't in control of the hands of Rhymes. But that has to be incomplete. Yeah, they made it official. Yeah, so incomplete. Yeah, I did stop at the Denver airport when I was young. Yeah, incomplete. The rolling on the field is overturned. And that is definitely a critical turning point. And Winnipeg coaches challenged 2 for 2 on the season. So there you go. And then the punt, now the punt will be coming from Calgary. That was definitely a big turning point right there for Winnipeg. And apparently Winnipeg has the ball on 3rd and 99. I don't know what is up with the scorebook tonight. Now they're just saying Winnipeg has the ball. Come on, get it right. You got it right once. You got it wrong once. Now you got it wrong twice. Come on. Punt is away. And the ball is going to go rolling. He picks up inside the 5. And he has nowhere to go. He is taken down at the 5. He had nowhere to go. What in the hell were you doing? What was he doing? I have no clue. I have no idea. Oh, brother. All righty. So Winnipeg, you need a touchdown at a moment where it matters. You're at your own 5. And there's Nick Dembski on the slot back. He had 1,000 yards last year. And then it looks like Brady Oliveira will only get a gain of 1. He will only get a gain of 1 as he tries to go up the middle. And then looks like the backup quarterback is coming in. There's 2 quarterbacks on the field. That was Cody K. And that's backup Cody K. Well, that's the receiver, Cody Case. My bad. It looked like he was a quarterback. Correction. So Cody Case will be in the receiving lineup. Here takes a snap, 2nd and 8. Calero's dropping back. He's going to go deep right side. He has a man, that's Nick Dembski, and he gets it running down the right sideline, and he will be tackled at the Calgary 29. What a big catch and run by Nick Dembski. What a first down. What a first down from Winnipeg. Just the speed, the slot back. The slot back out of Manitoba, just running through his opposing receiver, burning him like toast. That was Arnold that was covering him. Sheldon Arnold was the one covering Dembski. From the Calgary 30s, 1st and 10. Zach Caleros dropping back, and he's trying to throw as he was getting tackled, incomplete. He was trying to throw that to Brady Oliveira. But Nick Dembski leading the league in active reception streaks with 76 games. Reggie Bagleton, 72. Dominique Grimes, 61. All these games. And 58 for the one receiver. I forgot the name from Hamilton. But big catch by Nick Dembski. 2nd and 10. They gotta convert the first down. Dembski, Caleros throwing a bullet, and that is picked. The Winnipeg receiver fell down. That was Coney Case that fell down, and that is picked up by Anthony Johnson from Virginia. And the Calgary will turn the ball over. And Caleros just made his first big mistake of the night. Winnipeg had a big momentum with that big catch by Nick Dembski, and they just squandered it. So it was like he was trying to work a fade. He's working like a little short route, and he fell, and then he just tripped on his own feet. What state has the least number of earthquakes? Definitely not California. I don't know. Missouri? That was tipped from the line and almost intercepted. That was attended to Dominique Grimes, and with 11 seconds left of the first quarter. And we have an injured Blue Bomber that is slowly but hopefully surely getting up on the field. Yeah, that was batted down. That was Thomas. That was the one that batted down the ball. That was Jake Thomas, the player who knocked down the ball. That almost led to a potential interception. Florida. Well, yeah, I was like, and whenever an earthquake happens on the East Coast, it happens big. Anyways, that was Dietrich Nichols that went down, the defensive back for South Florida, in his 5th season of the CFL. And Calgary is on 2nd and 10, trying to capitalize after that interception made by Anthony Johnson. So here comes 2nd down to 10 from Calgary's 45. Brendan Adams is going to drop further back. He's looking. He's going right. And he does find a man. And that is Tevin Jones. And he will be tackled at the 30 in Winnipeg territory. And just like that, we have reached to the end of the first quarter in a 7-6 contest. It may be low scoring, but hey, we're so far. But hey, we're having ourselves a fun game so far. So far. All right. So, Blue Bombers had themselves a really nice drive with the big catch by Nick Dembski just to get it picked off. To be honest, that is something that this team will definitely do. Like, I will definitely see that happening. It's top of the 7th. The Braves are beating the hell out of the Yankees 7-0, and Tampa Bay is at the bottom of the 6th, beating the Orioles 6-0. Good grief, man. Just good grief. But yeah. So next, yeah. So as of tomorrow, I will be back streaming the Canadian Football League. The Saskatchewan Roughriders traveling to the British Columbia Lions, and now I will play finally Dragon Quest Builders on Sunday. I gotta figure out the time. I'm probably gonna do it nighttime, probably somewhere like around 8 p.m. or something, 8 p.m. Eastern, maybe. But I have not played that game in several months, and I'm looking forward to get that back because I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest recently, and that franchise is so fun. Just wish it was popular as how much it is in Japan. But yeah, 95 passing yards from Calgary, 87 passing yards from Winnipeg. So there you go. I mean, we're kind of neck and neck offense. I fly. No, the last time I fly, I was like 10, and I think it was like a flight to and from Atlanta, Georgia, and when the turbulence hit, baby. It was just constant sickness every time. It really did not feel good. And for some reason, my cable decides to be a bit of a blockhead and just decided to, nah, I'm not gonna they decided, nah, I'm not going to upload the channels for you. Come on, are you serious? Are you actually kidding me? What the hell? It just... Come on. It's just one quarter and that's it. What the freak? I don't even hear any thundering outside. Come on now. The hell? Vernon Adams, they're showing the replay. He's rolling to his right, and he was trying to throw off his back foot. He was throwing off his back foot and incomplete. So good pressure, and Dominic Grimes was the intended target. So, okay. But now it's 3rd and 5 from Calgary. They're going to try to go for a 32-yard field goal attempt on 3rd and 5. And it looks like the head coach of Calgary is going to challenge for a potential pass interference on Winnipeg. So, yeah, here comes. What happened? For some reason, the cable decided to disconnect itself for some reason, and I couldn't see what the play was on 2nd and 5, but thankfully the replay showed what it was, and now I know potential pass interference. So let's see. It did not look like from Kremlin that. I think what the coach was looking for is like, was he pulling his hand? He was pulling his arm as he was going up. It did not look like a significant pull on his arm. Oh, come on. It did it again. Oh, sweet jeepers. Oh, sweet jeepers. That is dumb. This is so dumb. I don't know why it's doing this. I really don't know why it's doing it. What the hell, dude? It's the second time it's kicking. Okay. And I don't know what they just did. So freaking awesome. Thank you, Cable. Thank you, man. Did he make the 32-yard field goal? Looks like they're still challenging. Nope, they got it. No, they got it. They got a field goal. It's 10-6. Still a close game. All right. So still a close game now. But okay, that's the second time. I feel like that's going to be an issue. He just did it again. Oh my goodness. This is going to be an issue all night, isn't it? It's going to be an issue all freaking night. I'm just trying to watch I'm just trying to stream some football. Because the last stream I did, I was trying to, because when I tried to do baseball, it was thundering bad. I don't hear any thundering out there right now. And for some reason, now, like, the cable is just not working out. It's like it doesn't want me to go. It's like it doesn't want me to stream. Oh man. That's just ludicrous. That is ludicrous. And Winnipeg will get the ball. They will get the ball. They hand off to Brady Oliveira. He's going left side. And he picks up 4. So that's not too bad. Let's see here. This left side. There we go. Alrighty. So Brady Oliveira picked up 4. And Winnipeg is looking at second down 6 from their own 44. Zach Claro's going back, and he's scrambling. He's going to throw a little jump pass, and that's Nick Dembski, and he gets tackled on the left side of the field at the Calgary 42. Big, crucial first down for Winnipeg. I think it's just the aftermath of the thunderstorms. Oh, they do not want me to watch the Canadian Football League. Man, what is this? Man. I'm just getting a little angry right now. Because that's like 4 times this happened in like the span of a couple minutes. It's unbelievable. It's like if my streaming is fine, like if YouTube right here is fine, then why is my cable not fine, man? Freaking ridiculous. Like I can't even watch the game. It hates both, probably. It hates everything. 2nd and 8. Zach Caleros. He's going through a bullet pass, and that's Nick Dembski once again. He is having himself a day so far, and he will be tackled at the Calgary 28-yard line. Just don't throw an interception like earlier, man. Just do not throw an interception like before. And he's trying to go do a reverse route onto Moncrief. Let's see. Onto Moncrief. And right now he has 3 catches for 109 yards. Caleros once again. He's going deep right side, and he finds a man, breaks a tackle. He gets out, and he does step out of bounds. And he will be out at the 4-yard line. So now there's go to goal opportunities for Winnipeg. That was just a lot of crossing routes just to confuse the defenders. Look at that. That was a beautiful design. And that was Carrick Wheatfall. That was the catch and run. So first and goal. This is for the lead. Caleros throws it in the end zone, and that is caught for a touchdown. Nick Dembski and Winnipeg for the first time. Well, since they kicked the field goal, they will take the lead over the Stampeders. Well, they did it. And Cody Bell and the Yankees just scored 3 runs in the top of the 7th, and now they are down 7-3. Are we going to take a 7-point lead? That's probably what the Braves are going to do. And then the extra point is good, so 3-point game between Winnipeg and Calgary. Let's see. See. But anyways, yeah, they actually scored a touchdown to take the lead. There you go, Winnipeg. Now that you're up by a field goal. Now they gotta stop Vernon Adams. That is something they need to do. That's something they do need to work on. But I don't know, but I do like when we do get into halftime, I do want to talk about the off season, like the more recent NFL news. Like I talked about Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, but I also want to talk about the extension of TJ Watt and what does that mean, because it means a lot. But I mean, like the Garrett Wilson signing and the TJ Watt signings will mean a lot for two players that I will mention when we get into halftime, because we still have the game of the Canadian Football League that we got to get through. But 10 minutes left until halftime. Calgary will take the lead. And also since Calgary's challenge wasn't successful, they will lose a timeout in this case. So kickoff comes the kickoff, and it will be taken from around the 12-yard line. And look at that. Looks like he got the crease and he will be stepped out of bounds. He got the speed, but he could not outrun. He could not outrun everybody. Damian Alford, that man. Dang, he's just mossing people. Holy crap. He's just outright mossing people. What in the world? There was not a lot of people at the Rough Raiders game there, was there? And there's Damian Alford. And here comes the play action. Brendan Adams. He's going to go deep right side, 1-on-1. And incomplete. I saw some tucking, but he was intended for Damian Alford, as they were literally talking about him. Most receiving us by number 1 overall pick since 2002, Don Blair and Damian Alford. Damian Alford had 156 last week. Then Don Blair had a 162 in the early 2000s. Man. In Canada, penalty flags are red. Penalty flags are red and challenge flags are yellow. I saw them throwing yellow flags earlier. I think. Brad Adams, and he's going to throw that to a flat, throw a little flat, and he gets it. That is a first down for the Stampeders. I saw the flag. I saw the referee holding a yellow flag. I think maybe it was back then, but that was caught by Eric Brooks, and as he gets down at midfield at the 55. Christian Wilkins is on the PUP list. He just got off a foot surgery, so he will not play in the first 5 games. So Dedrick Mills gets the handoff. He's dancing. He's trying to look for a place to run through, but he will not find it, and he will only gain 2 on the run at the Winnipeg 53. So Calgary, you're down by 3, second down and 8. Calgary has 6. They are the team to beat as of right now. Them as Saskatchewan, they are a team to beat in the CFL. The other teams are included the Montreal Alouettes and the Hamilton Tiger Cats, since they have winning records as well. Adams dropping far back, throws a dot, and he makes the catch. That is Dominique Rhymes at the 37-yard line. Dominique Rhymes has been a terrific target for Vernon Adams tonight. Just a dig route. He just went through whatever there are areas that the Winnipeg defenders are not covering. So take that advantage. And that's the whole point of zone defense. That's the downside of zone defense. It's like, okay, where's the openings? Where's the openings? The play action, pump fakes. He's going right side again. He might go for the end zone. What a catch in the end zone. That is touchdown. Calgary. It is Damian Alford There is a flag on the play, so we're going to hold on to that thought for a second. We got to wait until the penalty to see what it is. Well, what a catch by Alford. Roughing the passer, it doesn't matter. Touchdown. And that will be enforcing the kickoff. So 16-13 so far. Away in the extra point. He pump fakes it, and he saw a one-on-one coverage. And freaking Damian Alford, after showing the replays of him mossing. Yeah, America has a Hamilton and Canada has a Hamilton. Well, welcome, my friends. And the extra point is up, and it is indeed good. 17-13, high-scoring game. This is a nice scoring affair so far. So now, since now the offense is being, so since we're having offense, now it comes out to who's going to make a better defensive play. Calgary so far is winning that department because they got the interception. Calgary had that interception. Okay. But Hamilton has an entire show about him. Freaking Weird Al has a whole thing about, like, Weird Al did a whole parody of, well, he did like a polka of the whole Hamilton. And it was terrific. It was definitely terrific. But oh yeah, so all right, question for you, Tugboat. We're about a month away until college football. What are your expectations with UNLV? Your first year head coach Dan Mullen, you got Alex Orji from Michigan. How do you think UNLV have potential to make a run in the CFP, or do you think that you're just going to come up short? What do you think? Because you are the UNLV person, and I'm just dying to know about how good you think they're going to do. Because Oregon, I'm not sure. It's a new roster. We got Mekhi Hughes from Tulane. I think it's Dante Moore that's the starting quarterback. I'm not sure. But it is what it is. So Winnipeg taking it. And since the 15-yard penalty was on them, while roughing the passer, they will start behind the 20-yard line. All right, 6:44 in a second. First down and 10 for Winnipeg at the 20, so right at the 20. Zach Hilaros, 8 for 10, 151 yards, a tutty, and an interception in the making. He needs to not make those. He needs to not make those. Play action, and he's going deep down middle. Finds a man open potentially. It's a jump ball. And that's going to be intercepted by Calgary. And, oh, no, Zach Hilaros down. He is down. There's a man down. That is a man down. He thought he had Nick Dembski wide open, but he didn't. He didn't. What happened to Hilaros? What happened to Hilaros? Oh, damn. He just took a hit. That was a hard hit he took. There was nobody blocking 12. There was nobody underneath, but he just threw that too high. He threw that way too high. Oh my goodness. And he's still on the field, so they got to put in a backup in. That is not good, man. The interception was made, I believe, by Jaden Grant. I think it was made by Jaden Grant. But it looks like he's okay. He is jogging to the field, but is he good enough to come back onto the field afterwards? But Calgary defense is coming to play. I have UNLV going 7-5. There will be a major step back without Barry Odom, but hopefully they will build the program up. I worry about them being in the Mountain West past 2025. Yeah, because now everybody's expecting you to do good. Dedrick Mills with a 5-yard run on the left hash. But yeah, because that is like, okay, so Boise State's gone. San Diego State's gone. Colorado State's gone. So now you're going to have all of those smaller schools coming in. UTEP is, so like, here's an example. So UTEP is joining you guys. Northern Illinois is joining you guys. New school Grand Canyon is going with you guys. So it's going to be a whole different story. But Nick and Zach Galaris is going to the locker room. He's taking a 5, and Adams dropping back. And he's going to go deep again, and he does left side. And that is intercepted by Evan Holm. There's a flag on the field, and he will be tackled at the 28. What will the penalty be on? That will be the big question here. Yeah, penalties on Calgary. So interception from Winnipeg. Calgary just gave the ball right back. So Vernon Adams will make his first big mistake of the night, and Winnipeg gets it back. So now the question is now Zach Galaris. He's in the locker room. Who's going to come in and take his position? Is it Chris Streveler? If Dan Prince would be a good team, it was a good hire. But his previous final season, he only went 5-7. So I am remaining skeptical. You have every right to be skeptical, man. And besides, Dan Mullen, I don't even know when was the last year he coached. Was his last team Florida? Like, what was his last team, and what was that year? What's the final year he coached? And yes, it is Chris Streveler coming in as backup. He's handing off to Brady Oliveria, and Brady will pummel his way through, and he does get a first down, bulldozing his way through Stampeders. Because the Mountain West is getting weaker, UNLV will get less rank points and will make it more difficult to get NCFP range. Yeah, in other words, like those non-conference games that you have to play that will contain stronger teams, you have to beat them. And there's always a guarantee at bid. Streveler rolling to his right, and he will throw this out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 for Winnipeg at their own 39-yard line. But yeah, dude, you have every right. You have every right to be skeptical about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So second down and 10, 4:23 remaining. Streveler rolls to his right again, trying to find someone. And he's going to throw it out of bounds once again. So that's going to be third down for Winnipeg. So Calgary finding himself a little bit of a breathing room after the interception of Vernon Adams. So there's a little bit of hope for them to extend their lead, to extend their lead. So, yeah, so having the absence of Zach Collaros could impact the team. It will. It can impact the team for sure. Punt is away from Winnipeg. He's taking it from inside the 25, and he will be down at the 33. The Pac-12 will be a major conference, right? Being non-group of five. Well, it's tricky. Well, that's the thing. It's tricky because it's like there's Washington State and Oregon State. They were a group of fives, and then you have stronger teams coming in. Boise State now it can be considered as a Power 5 or Power 4 team. It's because now Texas State is now joining the Pac-12, so now the Pac-12 is an official conference. Oh, dang. Okay, but it's kind of like a little mix. It's kind of like the modern day Big East conference. Like they have a mixture of Power 5 conference teams, but also group of 5. Like that's what it was. Like Pitt, Louisville, Syracuse. Like they were big schools. And then there are also teams like Temple and East Carolina that was in, I believe. And Dedrick Mills, he's just hopping around, avoiding tackles, and you will be forced out of bounds. And he gets a first down for Calgary. And it looks like the Royals and the Marlins are battling in extra innings. But oh yeah, that was a good juke move. Jedrick Mills just being as shifty as he can be. 42 rushing yards for Mills and 34 for Oliveira. No timeouts remaining now for Calgary. And Jedrick Mills trying to run again, but he will get a gain of 2 right there. And we have under 3 minutes remaining of this game, and they will go through the 3-minute warning. So that the 12 seed will mainly come down to the Big 12. But yeah, it's gonna come down. But yeah, that's the thing. Is like it will go down between whoever who have more impressive wins, and were those losses bad enough, and not like running into like the Alabama situation from last year, which I was definitely freaking out over that. So that was fun. That was fun. I will guarantee that. That was definitely funny. And it looks like the cable decides to not play again. All right. Surprised it went that long. But okay. There we go. Oh, now it's playing. Okay. So that's also you want me to come to the you mean the Pac-12, not the Big 12? I don't know. There's 2 conferences with 12 there. Same thing how there's like 2 conferences with 10, like Pac-10 and the Big 10. Yeah, Oregon. We who did Oregon have to play? No, we play Morgan State first, but then we play Oklahoma State. Then we go to Minnesota. We play Minnesota, Rutgers. Our 2 tough challenges is going to be Oregon and Indiana. That's going to be tough. Of course, Washington and Oregon State, because rivalries. And I think that's it when it comes down. I think UCLA maybe or USC. I'm not sure. But who knows? Second A from the 48-yard line for Calgary. They need this conversion. Way the hell offsides. Way the hell offsides. He hiked the ball when they were like 5 yards down the field. What the hell are you doing? That was a bad miscommunication from Calgary. So 2nd to 13. Yeah, 2nd to 13. Winnipeg needs his defense. They got to bring the defense out. It's a loud. It's a packed crowd. They need to. They need to get a win. They have to win. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with that statement. Adams, he's looking and he's trying to run, and he will run, and he has to slide, and there's a flag on the play. It could be holding, but who knows what's going to be. This flag can be definitely critical. Is it going to be Calgary? And it's going to be a holding on Calgary. So 2nd to 23 now. And looks like they're pushing it back. They really want them to make. I kind of guess because where are they at? They're kind of like around midfield. You can make that because you're going to be past the 50, right? You're going to pass the 50, and that's a doable kicker. You want to make sure Calgary does not get in the field goal range. That's what Winnipeg is trying to do. They want to prevent Calgary from getting into field goal range. Dropping back is Adams, and he's getting pressured again, and that is incomplete, but that is definitely a good thing. It was Dominique Rhymes. Yeah, Notre Dame can't get a top 4 seed because they're not in the conference. Yeah, that's the sad part. Same with UConn. Same with UConn. That is definitely sad. Yeah. Dominique Rhymes laying on top of the football. Oh, and it looks like he's hurt too. He's holding on to his hand. But yeah, so smart. So it turned out to be a smart move. And here comes the punt from Calgary. And that ball is going to go. Barely past the end zone. He's going to take it to 1. He just let it roll for a second. And then he decides to take it, and he still ends up at the 1. What the hell are you doing? Strabler. Yeah, exactly. Hilarious. He says he was taking hit after hit tonight, and he's at the locker room. I would think concussion is now the reason. Oh, come on. Come on. They're about to start the play. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Damn you. They were just starting their drive, too. Damn you. They were literally getting started on their drive. Damn you. On the 2-minute drill. Seriously? On a 2-minute drill? Really? Thanks. Thanks a freaking lot. just hear frogs. Just. And Winnipeg got a first down, so I don't know what happened. So looks like they rushed to the 5. Looks like they did a screen. And they did get a first down. That was Jared Stearns with the catch and run for the first down. So to the 12. So there you go. So 140 remaining. They have 2 timeouts. And now Straveller is holding on to it. And he is still going. That was a nice, decent QB run. And that's a first down for Winnipeg. And they get past the 20. It's like we finished in first independent conference. We should have a top 4 speed playoff committee. No, absolutely not. Now there's 2 of us. It's either Notre Dame or UConn. Let's get it. It looks like second in inches for Chris Straveller. And Straveller is going to hand this off to Brady Oliveira, and they will get the first down. 1:15 remaining, so it will be a nice thing for Winnipeg if they can speed it up. That's something I would do if I was Winnipeg. Just kind of speed up the process because Winnipeg got the ball first, so Calgary will get it in the second half. And then when we get to halftime, I'm going to get a refill on my water. What's up? What's up, Zizou? How are you doing, my man? All right, how are you doing? And Cody Case gets the catch, and he will only get a yard out of it. And it looks like they want a flag after that little throw by a Stampeder, but they will not get it. But yeah, he caught that, but nobody left. There should be 2 players on that left side. It was mainly one Winnipeg against 2 Stampeders. So you really think you're going to block 2 Stampeder players at once? Looks like they just might go 7-10 this season. Yeah! Woo! Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner. Pump fake. Ooh, there's Nick Dembski with a big run. Look at him go. Nobody expected Nick Dembski to run to the 53-yard line. And 28 seconds remaining, so this is still possible for Winnipeg. Everybody dropped back, and the defense and the linemen went up the extra mile and be still blocking for room for Dembski. That is a really good offensive line play from Winnipeg. That is really good offensive line play. Okay. So now for the past, I don't know how many minutes, but throughout the second quarter, the freaking channel just keeps on freezing for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, the NFL is 49 days now. I think it's 48 now, but wow. It has come a long way, for sure. Yeah, it's always the channels. Not all-time channel. Oh, I see. They're at the 46. Looks like they're down. They're going to see if they're going to try to kick a field goal. So they're going to call timeout with a few seconds. Well, it's only Winnipeg. So halftime. Okay. So we are at halftime. But it's finally halftime. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna get myself some water. Give me just one quick small second. Whew. I do need to use the restroom as well, so I'm going to get a refill on my drink, and I am going to hit the restrooms. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Zizu. Yeah, I thought of I just need to up the look a little bit. And Braves have beaten the Yankees. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, we're at halftime, right? It's a good game. 17-13 ball game. Offenses going at each other. But the absence of Zach Gallegos can impact Winnipeg, but we may not know until we go through the second half. But we need to talk about the recent NFL news. So I mentioned that the Jets got contract extensions on two of their 2022 draft classmates, wide receiver Garrett Wilson and cornerback Sauce Gardner, which Jets fans are definitely happy, including yours truly. And it has just been phenomenal to see players sticking long-term with the Jets. It was first Quentin Williams, and now, as of right now, Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner are also getting paid like it too. I think this, as of right now, is a great step in the right direction of the franchise. Are we still going to go 7-10 or something like that? More than yes, probably. So, have you seen the person who bet $25,000? $25,000 for what? For what? But in other news, for the Raiders to win the Super Bowl. So, wait, hold on. No shot. Did someone really make a bet? Hold on. Raiders Super Bowl. No way, right? There is no way this guy. Ben Fox at Yahoo Sports reported that someone bet $25,000 that the Raiders would win Super Bowl 60. Are you out of your damn mind? One better on DraftKings wagered $25,000 on Las Vegas Raiders to win Super Bowl 60 at 100-1 odds back in April. Back in April, before the draft. Bet would win $2.5 million if Raiders win their first Super Bowl since 1984. The Raiders are currently 120-1 at DraftKings. It's like the way that these people just bet on ridiculous amount of money is just fascinating. It's like that scene from Inside Out. It's like we all have been wondering like what's going on inside their heads. He's projecting his dream. Hey, nobody can predict the dream of taking to the Jets at the Super Bowl. Nobody can. It will take a miracle for the Jets to be in a Super Bowl in the promised lands for sure. But yeah, he's predicting his dream. And yeah, and I also saw Christian Wilkins is on. He's on the PUP list, so he will not play the first 4 games of the 2025 season. Now, and besides, you and the Dolphins are the two teams that have the longest playoff winning drought. Like, the last time you guys won a playoff game was 2002. The Dolphins last won a playoff game in 2000. Christian Wilkins was such a waste of money. Hey, relax. You got Genty. What's the fun of that? What's the fun of that? Christian Wilkins. I don't even know who your guys' receivers are at. I think the Raiders one of the more unknown receiving core out there. Who are your guys' receivers? I really don't know. I remember you guys had oh shoot, you had Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers, and that was it. That was all I know. That's all I know from the top of my head. So that's that. Still Jacoby Myers. Okay, so Jacoby Myers still there. Who are the other receivers? Like who are the other receivers? I'm just trying to make sure my Nolan Smith is going to be the next head coach of Tennessee State. My goodness. Okay, Jack Beck. I have heard of his name. Is he a rookie? And Dante Thornton. Okay. What is Jack Beck the rookie? Hold on. Jack Beck. Let's take a look. Oh, both of them are rookies. Oh shoot. Okay. Jack Beck is a second round pick from he played for LSU and TCU. You have to TCU, I believe. I'm looking at the hold on, I'm looking at the Raiders. I'm looking at the draft picks because the only guy I know you guys pick up was Ashton Genty, and that was it. Like that was it. Let's take a look. Okay, so you got Genty, Jack Beck, Dante Thornton at the 4th round. You got Darian Porter in round 3, Caleb Rogers, guard, Tommy Mellett from Montana State, Cam Miller, North Dakota State, Coney Lindenberg from Minnesota. Raheem Mostert is on the Raiders? That's funny. You're going to have a speedy duo between him and Genty. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about TJ Watt. So TJ Watt. So there were rumors about him. There were rumors about him getting traded, and then he got paid, big bucks paid. But now they actually created a problem for the Bengals more because if you're still not aware, Trey Hendrickson is still holding out on his contract. He is still wondering, is he going to get paid or does he want to get traded? Because now TJ Watt is the highest non-QB player paid right now. So does Trey do? And also the Bengals just got Chase. They got Higgins, which are really good re-signings because you want to keep that offensive momentum. But if you lose Trey Hendrickson because of this, then the Bengals defense is not going to get good for a while. Because the Bengals have been the team that has been slowing down defensively. Yeah, and then I do agree. Both the AFC North and the AFC West, they're tough divisions. Yeah, they are tough divisions. Like they make the AFC South and the AFC East have their conference look like paper mache. But yeah, Bengals. Yeah, I mean the Browns are the Browns, of course. But in terms of going up the Ravens twice, in terms of going against the Steelers twice, and they know it's like, okay, they're only good on offense, so we need to make sure that we have a good offense as well. So it's like, okay, if we stop their offense, we know they can't do well on defense, so we just got to take advantage of having our defense perform better. And then for the West, I mean, you guys are definitely going to be placed at the bottom of the division, but you guys are placing up against good competition. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. That's going to be like the big story. The Chargers, you still got Herbert, Lat McConkey, Quentin Nelson, Jacob. They had Najee Harris, but he's going to be on, I believe, the PUP list because he got the eye injury and stuff. Yeah, of course the Browns, but like the Browns quarterback factory of standing is like the Jets. But I am excited for August 7th. What's exciting on August 7th? Talk about what's exciting, and what you call it? Oh goodness, and then you got the Broncos. They just made it to the playoffs as well, alongside the Chargers. Oh, Raiders Seahawks. That's right, the preseason, and so the and it looks like they're going back to the third quarter, but and then the Broncos, they got J.K. Dobbins. They got him from the Chargers. And the defense can definitely play their cards right as well. I mean, Jim Harbaugh's not a bad coach. It's just like you need to go toe-to-toe with the big dogs. That just depends. Like, whoever, like, out of the three teams in each division, if you can win most of your games, then you're going to be rock solid, and you can walk the division away. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the Lightning Lounge, my friend. Welcome. We are just kicking off the second half of the Canadian Football League. Calgary is now receiving, and he's making missing tackles, and he's going to get taken down at the 37. Go Tiger Cats. Tiger Cats. They're 3-2. I heard they're doing pretty all right. Also, just a little bit of a clarification. I'm not a big expert on the CFL. I'm just a beginner of it. So if you have any expert facts or experience, hit me up, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to do a lot of types of footballs I can. NFL, college, UFL, Canadian Football League. Like, I'm trying to do all. Vernon Adams on paper is like the only person I know because he's a former quarterback at Oregon, which is my favorite college team. So, okay. I feel like the Raiders defense are going to carry the season. I feel like our offense is going to look way better, but still you can help with that. Well, that's the thing, because your team is like they're rebuilding, right? Like it's like our teams are rebuilding. So it's all about, okay, let's make some progress. If we do make the playoffs all of a sudden, then yay, job well done. But now fans and analysts are now putting high expectations on you guys. Yeah, Luke Getzky was, excuse my language, he was dog shit. And he had his receiver, Jalen Philpott, and he at the chains, and he dropped it. So that's a quick 2-and-out from Calgary. Because I hated him. He made me cry. Chip Kelly. I love him. He was great at Oregon. But NFL, people were just catching up to him about his scheme. Like he tried to do he tried to develop something different that is mainly meant for college. And he completely dismantled that roster in 2015. It was horrible. Jalen Philpott has a brother that plays for the Alouettes. Does he really? Well, dude, speaking of which, Calgary and Montreal, I believe, plays next week. That's a big matchup right there. Two division leaders. Yeah, he's been an OC than head coach. Yeah, because like if you see what he did to the Eagles, like with the Eagles, like yes, he had 10-6 both seasons, but 2014, he went from 9-3 to 10-6, and then he completely dismantled the roster. Like he got rid of Vic, he got rid of Deshaun McCoy, and he traded away, and then they traded away Deshaun Jackson. And then the Deshaun Jackson like with the Redskins back then, like he made Chip Kelly regret trading him away. He made Chip Kelly and the Eagles regret of trading him. Which is so goal by the end of the year. I don't really have a sub goal against Brady Oliveira. Short of the 6, just a yard short. Damn. I don't really have a sub goal because actually in less than a year, in less than a month, I'm gonna I'll be entering my first official year as a sped. Oh, and they're going for it. Chris Trevler getting good amount of yardage with the sneak, getting a first down from 3rd and 1. Yeah, because less than a month, I'm going to be doing special education teacher. My first official year, so I am now handling IEPs and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. I'll have a mentor. I'm having a mentor assigned to me, so they can guide me along the way. It's going to be exciting. So it's like I'm not going to do like streaming as much as I would love to, but we just got to have a balance of life, you know? Chris Trevler. Oh, and heading off to Brady Oliveira. Oh, John Fendor. Fun fact, Chris Trevler was a quarterback on the Jets. He was a backup to Zach Wilson on 2022, Thursday night against the Jaguars. Yeah, you do your thing. Yeah, man. We just gotta do your thing. He also played for the Cardinals. Dope. Oh, and John, what is your favorite? Did you tell me you were a Panthers fan in the UFL? And I don't know what your NFL team is. Because it's like when it comes to like the chat, it's like I know like who fans is which. John Zizou, a longtime viewer. Zizou, a longtime viewer here. He is a Raider fan. Tugboat is between he's both a Raider and a Seahawk fan. Yeah, Chip Kelly is more explosive. Yeah, because he's a Lions, Panthers, and Defenders fan. But I think you're primarily Panthers, I believe. 1st and 10 from the 53. But yeah, explosive offense. Yeah, but you can't really rely on explosive plays 100% of the time. Okay. So from the 53, Stravler throwing on the run. Just close to get a first. And that was Carrick Wheatfall with the catch. How you're lying about the Commanders? Dude. Don't mention that game to him, man. Don't mention that game to him. I was even in shock when that game happened. Oh, dude. That was a game right there. No, you're good. I'm just like, dude, don't do that to him. He's already been through enough as a Lions fan in general. Yeah, you were just hurt. Chris Trevler? Well, that's not Chris Trevler at all. Who the heck is that? Terry Wilson with the QB sneak. That wasn't Trevler. That was Terry Wilson. I was saying for Lions too. Look, when it comes to playoffs, I love seeing an underdog, but at the same time when it happens, it's like I'm in shock. I was in shock. Yeah, it just ended Super Bowl hopes. Yeah, Gary Wilson moved him. Yeah, because Caleros, I would think it was concussion. He was getting like he was a ball getting hit by paddles. And here comes Cody K's going left side on the end around, and here he's going speed down the left sideline. And that's an easy first down pickup from K. That's an easy pickup for Case. Chase is on the case, baby. If you know Paw Patrol, you know. Everybody's shifting right, but it's like more of a misdirection. Yeah, everybody was trying to block to the right, and then Case went left. They tried to throw them off of a little bit of a misdirection. Exactly what the guy said. From the 26 of Calgary, Strevler, he's looking for the end zone. Oh, it was tipped, and the ball was up in the air like a balloon and incomplete. And what you do your best at your teaching. Hopefully, I will be here next stream. Yeah. So, all right, Zizu. So next stream, I'm gonna do another Canadian Football League game between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the British Columbian Lions. So apparently, I'm doing West Division games. All righty then. Anyways, I hope you have yourself a good night, Zizu. It was great talking to you, man. But dang, Wheatfield, Wheatfall. I said Wheatfield like I'm playing Minecraft. The hell? Straver, he's going to dump it off to Oliveria. Oliveria gets a first down, and he is still on his feet, and he gets tackled at the 7. He was very close that time. Winnipeg tried to retake the lead after the touchdown from Nick Dembski that triumphed them over a 13-10 lead. Gotta watch some Tiger Cats games. That's the thing. It's like trying to do it on my schedule. I just can't. Damn it. Let me see how. Let me check because the only way I'm watching Canadian Football League is CBS Sports Network. Straver rolling left, and he finds a man. Oh, and it was picked up with a diving interception from Calgary. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. I think that was Adrian Green with the pick. He was just waiting. Dude was literally standing at the corner of the end zone. He was just sitting there. He was waiting. He was just standing there like a statue. Oh, Winnipeg. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. You really, man. Not a lot of Hamilton Tiger Cats for CBS Sports Network. Dag nabbit. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? It's like I want to, but at the same time I can't because I don't have CFL Plus. I can't. Winnipeg, what a diving interception from Adrian Green. That was great. That was unbelievable. Whew. Winnipeg out here breaking the fans' heart again. It's like whenever they get close, they just turn it over. Like he was just there. Like he saw him open. And he saw the receiver and he just dove it. It's just putting your email in your favorite team and they'll let you watch every game. Don't know if I can do that on the big screen, but okay then. But I don't know. But first down and 10 for Calgary. Ugh. Dedrick Mills going up the middle. He gets stopped at the 25-yard line. That was a great diving interception from Adrian Green. That was unbelievable. I feel like if Straveler would just thrown that just a little bit faster, like if he just knew that earlier, they may have gotten the lead. He may have gotten the lead. Winnipeg. I guess Calgary's your kryptonite this season. Oh, dude. Drop it back. And that's Tevin Jones with the catch. He will be tackled at the 34-yard line for the first down by Calgary. Calgary's offense is fire. Here's in a nutshell. Calgary's offense, fire. Calgary's defense, fire. Like, Calgary's great on both sides of the ball. They are great on both sides. Tevin Jones has 3 catches for 56 yards. All right, play action. He's going to throw this. Ooh, it was a tight window, but regardless, that is a catch caught by Eric Brooks. Calgary hasn't been this good in a bit. When was the last time? Teach me your history of Calgary. When was the last time they were this good so far? You know how the second half of the season goes. There could be some midseason collapses. When was the last time they were this good? They won the Grey Cup in 2014 and 18. Dendrick Mills going left side, past 50, and he will be tackled at the 54-yard line in their own territory. They won 2014 and 18. So, okay. And then they just haven't been really been this good. I feel like the addition of Vernon Adams from British Columbia helped them out quite a bit. Because I knew for a long time he was on the British Columbia Lions. But now I heard the news that, oh, he's on Calgary. Okay. And he's handing this off to Dendrick Mills again. He gets a first down, and he will get tackled at the 47. That's a flag on the field, though. Vernon Adams was good with British Columbia, but could not get past Winnipeg. So it's like he does good with every other team, just not Winnipeg. So in NFL terms, it's like Josh Allen not getting past the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. That's pretty much like the comparison I have in my head right there. Oh, they call it holding? Oh, it's a low block. That's an illegal low block. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. And that's going to cost them a first down. You can't block below the you can't block below, man. Oh, you cannot block low. So now Calgary's looking at 2nd and 17. Adams dropping back. And he's shimmy shaking. He's fading tackles. There's another flag down. He's going to throw him off of the back foot. That was almost picked off by Dietrich Nichols. And that was the intended target of Dominique Grimes. But we shall see what penalty are we looking here. Mama. Ooh, illegal contact. Oh my God, an illegal contact penalty that is not enforced an automatic first down. That's what the NFL needs. I never knew that. Why can't the NFL implement that? I never knew that was not an automatic first down. Thank you, CFL. Thank you. An illegal contact penalty that is not an automatic first down. In fact, it's a first down by Jalen Philpott for a gain of 8. Oh my goodness. Because I feel like penalties, like 5-yard penalties, in a nutshell, should not be converted to automatic first downs. I'm sorry, like that's what it should be, especially for penalties like illegal contact. That should not be an automatic first down penalty. Another dot to Dominic Grimes. Oh, and also a little heads up. With the cable box that I'm using, I'm always behind. I'm always behind. Sorry about that. But we're at the Winnipeg 42. NFL 5 yards, good enough for a first down. Brandon Adams pump fakes, makes a spin move, then throwing deep again. He's just open. That's his second touchdown of the day. Damian Alford. Oh my gosh. Oh, Calgary, are you going to beat the hell out of them again like 2 weeks ago? Oh. Wait, TF? What's TF? Oh, oh yeah, I heard there was a little graphic. He was a first overall pick of the draft. TD. Okay. And the extra point is good. They are up by 11. With 129 remaining in the third, Winnipeg has to wake up. If they can't get past Calgary, then they're screwed. The draft is only for players from Canada. Oh, I want to play. Man, I want to play. But yeah, so Vernon Adams, like if you don't know, like college ball, I don't know if you follow college or not, but Vernon Adams was a quarterback from Oregon. That's my favorite college team, and he was good. Like he knows how to throw a deep ball. But then the infamous game in the Alamo Bowl against TCU when Oregon choked a 31-0 lead, he got hurt, and Oregon cannot do a damn thing about it. Yeah, Americans want to play. They get signed by a team, no draft, and I think it's like a certain percent of players that they have to keep in mind how much they have to represent the team too. I think I heard you can't get drafted CFL, but Canadians can get drafted into the NFL. So Americans can't get drafted into the CFL, but Canadians can get drafted into. That's hilarious. That's funny. What am I doing? I will say that is hilarious. Two touchdowns. He's Damian Alford. Good. Let's say he's a good player. Definitely a good player. Dude is 6'6". Damn. Oh my. Oh. That was freaking filthy. He stopped and go. He stopped and go. And then the defender was like, his feet were like glued to the floor. He freaking torched him. He torched him. Oh, that's a hit straight to the head. Surprised there's no flag in the NFL. That would have been a penalty on that. Former Syracuse wide receiver. Syracuse! American. I'm declaring for the CFL draft. CFL. No. Canadian. I am declaring for the NFL draft. NFL. Welcome. In a nutshell. And that is CFL and the NFL in a nutshell. I recall that before Vince McMahon owned the XFL, he was trying to own the CFL. Oh man. And also the story of the American expansion era of the CFL, gosh, that was whack. Good grief. That is whack. That's a wacky story. It's a wacky story to tell. But the Braves beat the Yankees. I am so happy. So that means the Braves be good, right? Nope. Yes, he's a. Yeah. Yeah, John. We'll never expand here ever again after that. Yeah, absolutely not. Championship hangover. Yeah, definitely there's a thing as championship hangover. Season start from overboard. Yeah, the Argonauts are bad. American teams. Yeah, it used to be. So base tugboat. So in the mid 90s, and again, John will add in, of course, because he's the expert more than I did. So in the 90s, there were American teams that were joining from 93 to 1995. But before that, there was a long-time commissioner of the CFL that retired. And when the new one came in, what he didn't do was he did not sign a long-term television contract with CTV, or I think it was CTV. However, but because of that happening, all the Canadian franchises were going under some economic distress, except for the Edmonton Eskimos back then. Like hell, during the preseason in 1987, the Montreal Alouettes folded. They folded. So they went down to back to 8. They just went to 8 teams back. And Estrella was going to get tossed, interned, and sacked. So that's a fast 2-and-out for Winnipeg. But in order to increase the their financials, they decided, okay, let's go ahead and invite America to the Canadian Football League, which is weird, but that was a strategy that they were going through. So cities included, there was Shreveport, Sacramento, there was Vegas, there was Birmingham, there was Birmingham. There was Baltimore and Memphis. I'm missing one more because there were 7 total. The LOS team. I think it's the Baltimore Stallions. I think that is the team that you're bunting about. And also, funny fact. So there's actually 2 facts that fall into it. It's funny but sad. So the Baltimore Stallions is the only American team that won the Grey Cup in the CFL. What's also crazy about this is that they're having an American team winning the Grey Cup was more recent than a Canadian hockey team in the NHL winning the Stanley Cup. And that was in 1993. That will ever be insane in my head, no matter how old I am. A more recent winner of an American team winning a Grey Cup than a Canadian NHL team winning the Stanley Cup. Like, do you know how ridiculous? It's ridiculous. It sounded so ridiculous But it's true. It's true. It's like I did not make it up. I did not make it up. That's just how it is. Glitch in the Matrix. It is like a glitch in the Matrix. Okay, come on. Speaking of Grey Cup, are you gonna try to stream? No. I don't think I would, because I don't think they're on CBS Sports Network. I think. And let me go ahead and check again. Playoffs. Yeah, they're all not on CBS Sports Network. So, ripperonis. The last game that will be on CBS Sports Network ever is going to be on October 13th between the Red Blacks and Alouettes. Yeah, they're all on CFL Plus. So, and I'm probably going to be more focused on college and NFL. So that's where my mind is mainly focusing on. The only reason I'm doing CFL is like, you know what? There's no sports. I'm not a full-time content creator. I just want to do something fun. So the Canadian Football League is kind of like a little stepping stone right there. So I can tell them, hey, I can watch any type of a football league I can, NFL, college, UFL, and the Canadian Football League. So I'm not just a one-trick pony and only do NFL and college. Because the UFL and the CFL definitely help make the season go on faster. Yeah, the CFL and NHL thing is sports irony. No, it's ironic. It's like you would think like a Canadian team will win it. Will win it over the American team winning the CFL. It's ironic. It's ironic. Oh, and you want to get yourself like watching the sports history? Watch Secret Bases history of the Atlanta Falcons. Like that was just so done. Dandrick Mills trying to invade tackles, and he gets down at the 54-yard line. The thing is, Canadian teams used to have a monopoly of Canadian NHL players. When you mean a monopoly on Canadian NHL players, what do you mean by that? Like only having Canadian players on Canadian teams? Is that what you meant? Ooh, fakes the handoff, fakes the end around. Dedrick Mills will get the little pitch, and then he just got a big gain for a first down. Territorial rights. Interesting. I'm not big in the NHL, but that is interesting. Like the sports I'm into is like a little bit of esports, like Smash Brothers, the Call of Duty League. Used to be Overwatch League, but that got shut down. Of course, the NFL and some baseball. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. And Canadian players are so spread out. The only thing Canadian about the teams is where they're located. That's going to happen because you're going to attract more of the American audiences too. Because how many Canadian teams out there? Like 8? Because what's there? Of course, there's Toronto, there's Ottawa, there's Montreal, there's Winnipeg, and there's Calgary. Vancouver Canucks and the Winnipeg Jets. So yeah, that's 7. I would think that's 7. Also, the Utah Mammoths are freaking awesome. I love their design. Vernon Adams dropping back. He's throwing a bullet pass to Tevin Jones. Tevin Jones gets hit hard as he passes 29, and a flag will be thrown. That's going to be unnecessary roughness on the Winnipeg. Oh, brother. Bad blood. Bad blood between these two teams. And I know, John, I think you're a Red Wing fan, right? Are you a Tiger fan for MLB, or are you not a fan of baseball? And do you watch college ball? Like, do you watch college football by any means? Speaking of Canadian, Toronto just shut out the San Francisco Giants. You're a Tigers. Wait. So you're Detroit. So you're just Detroit all day. Awesome. Vernon Adams saw the flag hopping up, and then he just pulled his arms out like a basketball net and just did that. That's funny. That's funny. He just made a basketball hoop. College football, Michigan State, Harvard, and Virginia Military Institute because of parents. Ooh. So Michigan State, interesting. People are saying that Michigan State's like the worst team to enter the college football playoffs. Not even Cincinnati, because at least they went a little bit toe-to-toe with them for like the first half. Handing it to Dendrick Mills, and he's going to get tackled for only 1 yard. Winnipeg needs to get the ball back quickly. They got to get it back quickly. Also, John, also longtime viewer, Base Tugboat. He is a UNLV fan. So, see, that's the thing I love about streaming. It's like when the people come, like when we all gather together, I always like try to make marks in my head. It's like, okay, he's this fan, he's that fan. I always like to check on those specific fans if I'm doing a game on that stream, on that games. Incomplete? I thought Rhymes caught that. Well, there is a flag, and then I missed a timeout. I don't know how we're going to be behind the especially with King Henry just stiff arming your players. Yeah, I had no idea how you were going to beat them. Was that a catch? Let's check. Nope. And then, of course, Winnipeg is shooting themselves in the foot with pass interference. Every opportunity they get, they're squandering it. Now they're at the Winnipeg 3. Calgary. Winnipeg. Oh yeah, dude, you were tugging. Yeah, he was tugging the back of his jersey. You don't do that. Just open. Who the hell was covering Rhymes? Who in the heck was Who the heck was covering him? Seriously, who was literally covering Rhymes? And he's just waving. He was just waving for Winnipeg. Oh, goodness. Gravy. So next Ticats game is going to be against the Lions. Hey, cat fight. So, question. What do you think is the more intense rivalry in the CFL? What do you think is the most intense rivalry? Okay. Oh, that's a Thursday night. Okay. Just waving by. Tiger Cats Argo. Ooh, Tiger Cats Argos, no question. Okay. Tiger Cats and the Argos. Is that like is that like the CFL in general, or is it like you oh shoot, really? They're an hour from each other. Okay, now I see why. Okay, so how intense? How intense did we get? How intense of that rivalry did we get between Hamilton and Toronto? Just a little bit down the Queen Elizabeth Way. But I feel like I remember like the rivalry week. They play every year on Labor Day. Well, they know it's like, hey, you want to celebrate Labor Day? How about an intense rivalry of Hamilton and Toronto? No, speaking of rivalry, dude, last year the of last year's rivalry week of college football, it has never been that intense for quite some time. It hasn't been intense since quite some time. Like NC State and North Carolina got at each other. Arizona State, Arizona got at each other. Of course, Michigan and Ohio State, they had a fight. And of course, in the bowl game, when it was NC State and East Carolina, they got into a major fight, and they're actually playing each other on the first college football week. So there you go. It was wild. It was crazy. Miami losing to Syracuse, that was also pretty wild. And Cody Case was on a big run, and he will be tackled at the 45, but there's a flag on the play. Every Tiger Cats fan is so happy that the Argos are 1-5. Dude, like I know like the Argos won they won the Grey Cup last year, but from that standpoint right now, they look terrible. Why are they so terrible? Especially like last week when yesterday they choked 18 points against Montreal. How do you do that? Arbuckle's has not been doing good either. Like their quarterback has not been doing good. It's just unbelievable. They just had a bunch of injuries, and the offense has been bad. Yeah, offense was like bad. Like it's like no, you know what it reminds me? It's like oh my god, and a pick six for Calgary. It was intercepted by David Webb. Oh shit. Oh, look at Winnipeg cannot do anything against Calgary. They freaking can't. And now the fans are leaving. He just threw it right in front of him. Holy shoot. Damon Webb, and a couple weeks ago, he had a pick six that couple weeks ago. Dude. Oh, look at the score right now before the extra point. Similar to 37 and 16. It looks like the Winnipeg Blue Bombers cannot learn anything when it comes to Calgary. We had a close game, and then it's like, hey, what was the close game again? You know what? Throw the towel. Throw the towel in, Winnipeg. Throw the damn towel. I gotta score 50 some on them. Argo, that is. Oh, let me look up the schedule of that thing. I'm looking at the. Yeah, 51-38. Jeez Louise. Hamilton is happy. And they beat Ottawa. Wait. They're playing each other in back-to-back weeks. Dude, Ottawa was at Hamilton week 6 last week. And now Hamilton is traveling to Ottawa this weekend. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Montreal and Calgary is going to be good. I probably will stream that. I heard Davis Alexander is doing damn good. Really damn good. Hamilton and BC, that could be an interesting game for you guys. And then, of course, it's Edmonton. Edmonton's being Edmonton. I can't believe Toronto choked 18 points. That's just sad. That's really sad. Yeah, he looks like the next big star. Yeah, they're showing it. July 3rd, Damon Webb, 30-yard pick 6. And he did it again against Winnipeg. That's just incredible. He's acting like Spider-Man with the web shooting. That Damon Webb, 2 weeks, and he has at least 2. And he has 2 pick 6s. Can he do it again? And Winnipeg takes it out. And it's Cody Case, and he gets to the 45 again. And here comes Damon Webb, and he's going back out again with like Anthony Johnson. Oh gosh, Scheffler's doing bad. 7 for 13, 50 yards and 2 interceptions. I think Winnipeg just can't do. It's like Calgary is like Winnipeg's kryptonite now. There's a handoff to Brady Oliveira, and he gets some room, and he will be down on the right hash at the 46-yard line in Calgary territory. So 10 minutes remaining. You're down by 25. I don't think a comeback is gonna happen. But at least there was a big crowd in Winnipeg, at least. So that's something cool. That's cool. But regardless, it's like, if Zach Collaros is going to be out for a while, then what's next? Weefall will take the catch. You will be short of the sticks, though. You will be short of the sticks. Winnipeg QBs have 4 combined picks. 4 combined picks. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Because Zach threw 2 and Trevor threw 2. You're right. That's terrible. That's not good for Winnipeg. Dude, and at least, well, they could be as bad as Jeremiah Masoli, the former Oregon quarterback at British Columbia. Holy crap, I saw his statistics. He is bad. That was bad. The hell are you trying to do? But they got it. I forgot it was him. 1 TD was since 2006. 5 games. I don't know QB myself, but these mofos gonna be seeing ghosts out there. Hey, Sam Darnold on 2019. Loosapeg. Yeah, it's not Winnipeg. It's Loosapeg. Brady Oliveira gets stuffed. Lost 2 yards on the run. But yeah, it's like, that's a problem. If Zach Collaros is going to be out long term, Winnipeg's in trouble. Because yes, there's 3 playoffs. No, here's the thing: there are 3 playoff spots. in MLP and MLC? What is MLP? What is MLP and MLC? What does that mean? But no, I know there's 3 spots. Most outstanding player. Is that like MVP? But in 3rd and 12, Calgary's had no choice but to go for it. Okay, so it is like MVP. Okay. But here's the thing. So Winnipeg, so with this loss right now, Winnipeg's gonna fall to 3 and 2, right? But British Columbia, I think the West Division is the most interesting division this season so far. Because that's offsides on Calgary. But Winnipeg, they're gonna fall to 3 and 2 if they don't make a miracle some way. Yeah, East Division is just 2 good teams and 2 asses. Yeah, pretty much. Because the only ass in the West Division is the Elks. But here's the thing. So as I said, stress I'm trying to say. Sorry, autism, ADHD. I always get sidetracked with these conversations as I try to keep going on. I speak before I think. So there you go. But anyways, Winnipeg is going to be 3 and 2. British Columbia, which we were going to be covering tomorrow with Saskatchewan. Oh, good defensive play from Calgary. And Calgary will get the ball right back. But Calgary's 3 and 3. If they do beat Saskatchewan, if they do beat the Rough Riders, that's huge. Because they're going to be right behind Winnipeg. And there's also a crossover rule for playoffs where a good West team could join the east side of the bracket, depending how good the third team in the east is. Really? That's a rule? Is it rare, or does it happen a lot more common? Yeah, which is it? So it is rare. When was the last time that happened? Because I would think how playoffs work. So playoffs is like, because how do playoffs work? Because it's weird when you have an odd number of teams, right? It's weird. Because I think it's 3 in the West and 2. Is it 3 each? Is that how it is? Is that how the playoff structure? Then the top seed gets the bye? Top 3 teams in each division. Okay. But yeah, because third place is 2 teams with a 1-5 record, which is ass. That means if at any given point you can just have freaking British Columbia just jump over ship because, okay, your division sucks. That's wild. Yeah, so it's division semis, division finals, and then the Grey Cup. Okay. And then there's a commercial of the next game that I will be doing tomorrow at 7 between Saskatchewan, Rough Riders, and the Lions. That should be a good one. That will be a good one on paper because we had this game twice. And we had this game twice, thinking it was going to be a good one. But it's just the same song and dance. Calgary blowing out Winnipeg right now, 38 to 13. And it's worse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only real bad team in the West is Edmonton. That's the only real team. Oh, I forgot about the Oilers. They also have a hockey team, so that's 8. That's 8 NHL teams in Canada. Saskatchewan is the only one that does not. It's a city that does not have a hockey team. But yeah, and Edmonton right now is on the bye week, and their next And they got Saskatchewan next week. So we will pray for Edmonton against the Rough Riders. we must pray for them. But when I was I'm working on a video about like a certain team that's considered an afterthought of the NFL. I learned that freaking Joe Horn played in the CFL. Yeah, Edmonton has been horrible since COVID year. Like, when was the last time Edmonton was good? I remember Edmonton had Nick Lowe, Bethel Thompson. The only reason I know about him a lot was because he used to play in the USFL with the New Orleans Breakers. And before his time with the Breakers, he was an Argonaut. Yeah, Calgary still going through. Who is he quarterbacking for? Is he still at Edmonton? Where is he? Because he's not like Ryan Adams this season so far. Because the offense of Calgary looks unstoppable. And the defense, too. Oh, he's a backup for Davis Alexander in the Alouettes. Okay. But, yeah, he just dropped the face of the... No, when I was covering the Elks, dude, when Trey Ford of the freaking Elks made that, went 30 plus yards back and he completed the pass, that was out of my mind. He got traded for Cody Fajardo. Cody Fajardo. That is a familiar name. I don't know what team he plays for, though. Is it? Oh, that's right. That's right. But Trey Ford was the one that started in week 1, I believe. And Calgary's on 3rd down now because we know it's going to be a blowout. So we're just talking until the game is over at that point. But Vernon Adams, he only had 1 pick, but that was mainly it. And he's still doing fantastic. Yeah, but they've been talking about Ford getting benched. Rip Edmonton. And their only one was against the terrible Red Blacks. That is no good. 3 big plays to Winnipeg's 1. Rip. It looks like a little kick off to the sideline, punt out of bounds. So, yeah, 3:36 is the 4th. There's no way winning. Yeah, I think this game is set and is just set stone. But Vernon Adams, 16 for 24, 268 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 pick. Nice night for him. That was a good night for him. And right now, he's just high-fiving his players on how good of a game they play. Calgary did play good of a game. So it's like they've been tested once, and now there's going to be a bigger test in the other division of the Alouettes next week. I think that's the game that's probably the game I might get to do next week at least. Because their Montreal's dominating. Yes, it's incomplete. Dude, Kevin's Clercius. He has pretty much been quiet throughout the game. But now I think we hit the 3-minute warning of Winnipeg. But yeah, I'm looking at the standings right now. And Calgary's going to be 5-1, so they're now solid first place, depending on what's going to happen with Saskatchewan. But even then, Calgary has tiebreaker over Saskatchewan since they beat them back last week. So that's just all depends. It just all depends. Then Winnipeg will be 3-2, but they will still be in third place. But now they know that if the Lions do beat Saskatchewan, the Lions could be a playoff threat too. Like 4 out of 5 teams will be threat for the playoffs. So I feel like the first rule is like, okay, let's focus on beating up each other. Do not let Edmonton beat you guys. Because if Edmonton beats you guys, then you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. And then Montreal 4-2. Montreal, Hamilton is 3-2. Then Toronto and Ottawa are 1-5. I see it. Okay, so it has the usual X and Y. And then C clinched crossover. Right. That team with Warwick, McInnes, and James Butler is underrated. What team are you talking about? Are you talking about let me guess. Is it the Lions? British Columbia Lions? Yeah, it is BC. I was like, I know that James Butler name is familiar. I know and I'm also familiar with the name Nathan Warwick. Like he was a familiar name. Like he was like a practiceman. He was a practice squad journeyman in the NFL. And they just failed to convert a third down. So his nickname is Kid Canada. Oh, I love that nickname. Kid Canada. I like the playing theme. I like the playing themes for Winnipeg, the Winnipeg Jets, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I like their playing themes for the teams. Then Winnipeg needs to need a win over Toronto next week because if they don't, I think it's time to hit the panic button if you're Winnipeg when it comes to playoffs. Just handing it off. That's all. Just wind down the clock. He was not down, but now he is down. Only with a gain of 3. So, I might as well. Winnipeg has lost 2 Grey Cups against Toronto this decade. That's a yikes. So, not only you have a kryptonite when it comes to the Grey Cups, but you also have kryptonite in the regular season of Calgary. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, you're pegged. You are pegged. But all right, so Calgary is mainly going to win 38-13. I know there's 2 minutes left, but I think we know the whole story here. So that will do it for tonight. And again, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So about 5 minutes before hey, PJ Walker. But about 5 minutes before the game, I will be live for the Saskatchewan Roughriders taking on the British Columbia Lions. And that will be tomorrow. So I hope you guys have yourself a great rest of your night. And hopefully I will see you guys there tomorrow of another Canadian Football League stream. They kicked the field goal. So now is 41-13. I think they just kicked the field goal. Did they just kick the field goal? Okay, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But anyways, hope you guys have yourself a great rest of your night. And I hope you guys, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next stream tomorrow. See you guys.